Once again, we are back here at IAAPA 2012. You guys asked the questions, we're going to ask them, so let's go check out and see what these guys have to say. All right, guys, we are here with Sandor Kernacs, president of Intamin, and we have a bunch of questions for you. Are you prepared to answer?
Yes, I am.
All right, you're not too nervous about this, are you?
No, I am not.
Okay. So the first question that we have from our readers, and I hope you have a really good answer for this. Number one, how is it that Intamin consistently makes the most awesome roller coasters in the world?
Well, we are trying to be the leader and try to come up with inventive ideas and new rides, because that's, I believe, what the customers and the parks want.
But how do you guys do it? I mean, every single time you guys have a new ride, we see it shoot to number one. People love it. I mean, what is the magic?
Well, we are trying to listen to our customers and the feedbacks from the parks, and basically try to make always a go-ahead with new ideas and take the step forward to come up with something new and inventive.
Okay, gotcha. All right, the next question, this gets a little bit more detailed oriented. You okay with that?
Sure.
Okay, so one of our guys wants to know, you guys have a new track shape, the ones that went on Sky Rush, Intamin 305, Formula Rosa. How does that compare with the traditional box triangle shape that you did on things like Maverick and Cheetah Hunt?
Basically, on the new rides, we had the request from the customers to reduce the number of columns and the number of footings.
Sure.
And this was very important at Hershey Park, at the Sky Rush, where really didn't have room. And basically, what we did, we doubled the backbone pipe to create a stronger select section, which allowed us to put columns away up to 100-foot distance.
So, talking about Sky Rush, we went and rode it this year, and it is probably my favorite new roller coaster of 2012. But we know that the park closed the ride early. Was that to do any modifications, or is that things that the park is doing?
Well, the park is not doing anything without us. Basically, we have a very close working relationship with Hershey, and we are responsible for the ride. They are responsible for the operations. Yep. And the park would never ever do anything without our approval or our knowledge. That means any changes or any modifications were done by us.
Okay. And is there any modifications on that ride to come, or is it leaving as is?
Basically, that's a very interesting question, because we were approached by the Hershey management that come up with a really white-knuckle, exciting ride. They believed that Hershey had an excellent reputation as a family park, but they also felt that they had some feedback indicating, yes, it's a great family park, but there is nothing really which is really very exciting. And they wanted to cater to those people who wants to have an extreme ride. And the issue came up that we come up with a ride which will have a lot of airtime and then would not have shoulder restraints.
Okay.
And every hump has a substantial airtime, and we have to safely keep the people in the seats. And the way we ensure that we have a high-speed 50-degree lift, where everybody will slide back to the back of the seat, even if they did not leave the station, and basically the lap bar will tighten. And every hump, it will be, if someone gets loose, will tighten. Of course, someone may say that is too tight, but on the other hand, the safety is above everything.
Sure. Okay. So, record-breaking speeds. You guys hold the record for the fastest, for the tallest. Is there any limit that we could go?
Well, there are always limits, but it's always coming from the feedback from the parks and the customers. And I believe we are very close to the limit.
Right.
We might go a little bit faster, but I think at this point we are very, very close to the limit. People are comfortable, because if the ride gets too intense, then we will always cut down the number of people who would ride the ride.
So if we're so close to the limits, then where do we go from there?
We are trying to come up with different type of ride experiences, and I believe that the Zaxspin ride experience, the 4D coaster, where you have an axle in 90 degree on the track and you have a 360 degree rotation of the vehicles, it's a very, very different ride experience, and that concept could be extended for other parts of the ride.
Right. And something like the Zaxspin, how big and how extended can a ride like that get?
That ride could be built at any size. That means we could build a Zaxspin ride, which would be like a traditional roller coaster with a 400 foot height and then have a drop and then go around all the way.
And can a ride like that do twists and turns, or does it have to stay vertical?
No, it can ride twists and turns.
Excellent. All right, so let's see, what else do we have here? So there's all this talk about wooden roller coasters out there, doing inversions. It's like the hot topic. So at the moment, the Intamin Woodies are our favorites. Do you think we'll ever see an Intamin Woody go upside down in the future?
We really don't think that the wood coasters are the best coasters to build them upside down, because you would have to cheat with the structure a little bit. You have to incorporate some metal pieces into that, which would take away from the real nature of the wood coaster. And anytime when you move away from the traditional wood coaster, you just lose some ride experience and the character of the ride. And we believe that the right thing is to keep the wood coasters exciting in their traditional ways and then build steel coasters which are designed for inversions.
You guys have done flat rides in the past, and I know lately you guys have been focusing on more tower rides and roller coasters. Any other flat ride development that we may see in the future?
Yes, we are looking into a new concept of flat rides, because basically the parks will need a variety of rides, and we will come up with new concepts for flat rides as well.
Cool. And speaking of towers, you guys have something huge coming in Texas in 2013, is that right?
That's correct, and that will be the tallest structure in Texas. And it will be a 100-passenger gyro tower cabin going up in the middle of Dallas to a height of total height of the tower of 500 feet. I think it will be an outstanding ride experience.
Now, will that be the tallest observation tower you guys have ever built?
Yes, that will be the tallest we ever built.
That's exciting. All right. Once again, Sandor Kernacs, Intamin, thank you so much for answering our questions.
Thank you very much. It has been my pleasure.
Great. All right, so we're over here at the Zamperla booth riding the air race. All right, so I just learned that this thing is supposed to flip upside down. So we'll see how this thing goes. Ah, crap. Oh, man. All right. This is... Oh, we're in the middle of a trade show. Flipping upside down. Oh, man. There's people in suits riding this thing. I am going to throw up all that gnarly carnival pizza we've been eating. You guys want to know the new flavor of Dippin' Dots? You're about to find out. Oh! Oh, my brain is on fire, and I'm hanging upside down. How's it going, Andrew?
I think I might die, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. It's a good thing you're in business casual today, Andrew.
I'm looking good.
Yeah, you're all right. Whee! Oh, I think it's official. Zamperla hates us. They're like, see those two clowns? Make them spin as much as possible.
Pretty sure that's what happened.
Wow. So yeah, that was the air race over at Zamperla, and that was actually a really fun ride.
Really good.
If I was a park, I would buy one.
Buy one, absolutely.
10 of them. Put them all next to each other.
I'd be okay with one.
Have Air Race City. Wow. We are here with Alberto Zamperla, CEO of Zamperla, and we're standing right in front of the air race ride. You guys opened up this in Coney Island a couple years ago, and a recent installation went into Lagoon, is that right?
That's correct, yes. And because the ride was so popular over there, we have a new version that is on trailer that make his debut at the Dallas State Fair this year. And we are very pleased of the performance of the ride, and you can notice the rider, how happy they are when they come out from the ride.
Now, I rode this yesterday, we took footage of it, and I want to say I flipped upside down. It felt like about 50 times. So it was quite a exhilarating ride experience for me, but I didn't lose my lunch, which is good. How often do you ride these things?
All the time that my engineer, they call me, Mr. Zamperla, we have a new attraction, and they want to know my opinion, so I have to go on the ride with them.
Is there anything that they have like showed you, said, hey, we need you to go on this, and you're like, there's no way in hell, like I don't believe that I could do this?
No, I always go to the ride. You know, I'm born into. This business is part of my blood. I raised inside this amusement industry. The amusement industry started with my grandfather more than 100 years ago. So can you imagine? I cannot say no.
So you trust your engineers fully then?
Yes, 100%.
Excellent. So now you guys are talking about a new concept this year that sort of mixes water and everything. Can you talk a little bit about that?
You know, you must be innovative. You always be able to come out with something new. So the new idea is to find something, to create in a park a new area. Park needed to attract their customer, to propose something new. So already exists in the water park, already exists in the dry park. So we add a new area, is a wet area where you don't get really soaked with the water, but you play with the water, and we call it the Waterland.
We've seen IAAPA really kind of cracking down on intellectual property and everything, and really sort of protecting some of the ride manufacturers about that. Can you sort of talk about your opinions kind of on how that's going on?
I think that it's not just protecting the manufacturer, it's protecting the industry. You know, if you make investment, you develop something new, you have to be protected. You have to be protected of the money that you spend in this field. No? If not, you are not going to have any new ride because you cannot recuperate all the cost of the investment to create something new. I believe that the move of the IAAPA to protect intellectual property is a move that is going to save our industry, because if not, the quality goes down. We are not going to have any more innovative rides, and that is fundamental for the public and for everybody.
Excellent. No, we wholeheartedly agree. So, Alberto, once again, thank you again for taking time. We always love talking to you. So I'm here with Fred Grubb, the owner, or should I say co-owner of Rocky Mountain and Construction, because your wife is the other side of this business, right?
Yeah, my wife is co-owner with me. It's a family business. My daughter works in the company, and she keeps me in check.
Right. So now, I know you guys have been in the business for many, many, many years, but really kind of shot up almost out of nowhere. And it's exciting. You guys are in such a great place. Can you talk a little bit about the history, kind of how you went from sort of laying low a little bit to all of a sudden now all this attention is focused on you guys?
Okay, well, what's happened is we used to fix conventional wood track. Well, we still do.
Right.
And so that was the mainstay of our business. We would go out, companies would call us, we would go out and replace sections of the wood coaster track. And throughout all that time, I always thought there's got to be a better way to do this. There's got to be something that we can build that will hold up, that will last. So the day we put it in, 20 years later, it's still exactly the same, and it's still a smooth track. So that's how we came up with the iBox and the topper track, which are the same technologies, but one has a wood stack and one is an all steel track. But it's the same profile as the wood coaster tracks. So we came up with that. Six Flags bought it from us for the Texas Giant as an R&D project. It turned out extremely successful, and we have learned what we can do with the track since that project. So that's where we are today.
Now, you say Six Flags bought it, right? And it sounds like such a simple thing. I can only imagine the negotiations that had to go into that. Like, just tell us a little bit about how did that actually come to be? How did you finally, either they convince you, convince them, or whatever, to actually take Texas Giant apart and rebuild it, to what it is now?
Well, we went to them and said, we can do this with this steel. We can build this steel track. With this steel track, we can reprofile your coaster to a more exciting profile, which we can reprofile it to the point to which you cannot do that with the existing traditional wood track that we build. So they took the chance on us, and they said, we'll give you this development time, we'll work with you, and that's how it came about. We put it on the coaster, and everybody knows what happened. Yeah, and so so that's where we are today. I mean, so we've done several repairs all over, and it's worked. There's virtually no maintenance on it,
That's great.
and we offer a warranty, a 5-year warranty. There's virtually no maintenance.
Now, how long after Texas Giant was done, or maybe even before it was done, did you guys start talking about Iron Rattler, and when that actually really started to become a reality for you guys?
Well, actually, the talks were pretty much immediately after the Texas Giant was done. So they came back to us and said, "Wow, we have a winner. Let's do it again, and let's keep doing it."
Now,
So-
you guys had installed some topper track on Rattler at one point. Was that just maybe, were they considering just saying like, well, maybe we topper track this, maybe before the redesign? So what was going on there?
Well, initially we installed it on the Rattler to take care of that fan curve corner.
Sure.
And it took care of it, and there wasn't any issues with it. And so then I think that's when they decided to probably go ahead and redo the coaster as they did the Texas Giant. So I think that's what happened with that.
So now you guys went from Texas Giant, getting really close to going upside down, and then all of a sudden, boom, now you've got 2 rides that are going upside down. So what happened from the point where you said, like, okay, let's get close, and now let's just go for it, and now it's on 2 rides?
Well, first of all, we had to have a car to do that. We had to have the Class 5 restraints. We had to be able to twist the cars that far. So now it was just time to build a car for our tracks, and it was just time to do that. Alan, we talked about it. It was like, oh, well, we have the ability now. Let's do it. So obviously, Silver Dollar City said, go for it. We have faith in what you're doing. Go for it. Let's make it happen. So that's what we've done.
Now, you touched a little bit on your background, and I know, like, when people read about Rocky Mountain and where you guys are right now, I mean, they see the 3 projects. Can you just talk about it? Because I know you've been in this business a long time. Talk about, like, where you first got your start and sort of a little bit of the buildup of that.
Well, I've always been in the construction business ever since I got out of high school. I've been in the construction industry, different fields, building zoo exhibits, concrete, all facets of it, a lot of welding, a lot of different fabrication type stuff. So I was always well versed in all the medias it takes to build a roller coaster. So layout, just about everything. So I've just worked my way up through. Silverwood Theme Park. I became a maintenance director there at Silverwood Theme Park. The owner of the parks asked me if I wanted to work on a roller coaster, and I said yeah. And so we
No hesitation. Huh?
no hesitation.
That's
no,
great.
so we hired Denise Den at that point,
Yep.
and said, and she got a design for us, and so we started there they sent out a supervisor, and we started building on site. And at that point, I went to work for other people. They asked me if I'd go to work for them, contracting and building parts of their coaster, fixing them, that type of thing. And so that's how it's evolved. And now we're to where we are at.
That's fantastic.
So that's what's happened, and we've worked hard at it. We've worked really hard, and we continue to work hard.
So what we've seen, like I said, you guys went from no inversions. Now you've got 2 roller coasters. So what's next? What crazy ideas do you or Alan have that's going to wow us like the next time around?
Well, we continue, we have ideas, and we're going to continue with them. And I'm not going to let them out to you.
No, I know.
I'm sorry.
That smile tells me there's something brewing, and you're like, oh
so
man.
we have all kinds of ideas.
So do you think next IAAPA is going to be as exciting as this one?
I think so.
Excellent. All
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
Fred, it's been a pleasure
Oh,
speaking with
and
you. So
I do want to say that it takes a whole team to do this, and we have an excellent team of people that work in our company.
That's
They've
awesome.
worked with us for the whole time, and it takes a whole team, and these guys are excellent.
I know the feeling exactly.
Yeah, so it takes a team. It's not just us.
So, right. Fred, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, appreciate it. And
Yeah.
we look forward to getting out there for opening of Iron Rattler, opening of Outlaw Run, and riding Texas Giant again. So
Okay.
thank
Good.
you.
Good. Thank you.
So we're back here at Rocky Mountain Construction talking once again to Alan Schilke. So since the last time Alyssa talked to you, there's been other announcements about other wooden roller coasters going upside down. We would love to get your thoughts on that.
I take that as a big compliment that they want to follow in our footsteps, and I wish them luck.
That sounds very, very good way of handling that. Yeah, so now we've heard the claim that they are technically the only wooden coaster to go upside down because it's all wood. But isn't Outlaw Run all wood as well, or how do you sort of say that?
Silver Dollar City, as far as I have heard and seen, is all classified as a wood coaster. So, everybody can make the claims they want. I don't want to prevent them from having their fun.
Great. Okay.
But I know how I feel, and ours is the first, and it will be the only for a while until they catch up.
And like you said, it's about having fun, and I have a feeling that next year hitting 3 Rocky Mountain coasters is going to be quite a wild ride. Would you say, yeah?
Yeah, I think I know most of your the fans and stuff that you travel with have seen the Giant, so I'm just hoping that the 2 new ones blow that out of the water.
What can we do to get you to come ride with us when we're at Silver Dollar City or Fiesta, Texas? Who do we have to bribe?
Oh, I'll just go.
You'll just go?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you heard it.
One of the 2, maybe not both, but
Okay.
I'll go to one.
All right, Alan says he's going to come out and ride with us, so, you heard it here first. Would not be an IAAPA without Coca-Cola products. All right, Lou, let's see. So Freestyle Machine, definitely I think the best Coca-Cola product that has ever been made has got to be Peach Fanta.
Oh, you like Peach Fanta?
Agree or
Great.
disagree?
Oh, I like Peach Fanta as well. I'm a big Diet Coke with lime fan.
Diet Coke with lime? Okay, all right. So can I get a Peach Fanta and Diet Coke with lime, and then we'll step over here and we'll give a little taste test?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
All
All right, we're going for it. So we're doing Fanta,
Yeah.
Peach.
All right.
All right, Peach Fanta in the first cup. And we need one more, and I'll let you do this one because you're more the expert on this than I am.
Great.
Diet Coke with lime.
Get my eyes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this. Okay. All right. So first, we're gonna try the peach Fanta. Oh, damn! That's so good. Oh man. All right, Lou. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Diet Coke with lime. Oh man, that's good too.
You like it too?
I know it's really good.
But there's a flavor for everyone.
There is. Is it okay if I can't decide and I just take them both?
Please, as many choices, over 125.
All right, Coca-Cola Freestyle for the win.
That sounds great.
Great, thank you.
That's another video done, tons of questions answered. Check out more of our YouTube videos for everything you need to know IAAPA 2012.